everyone. Pardon me. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your beautiful Aries soul cycle tarot reading for the month of March 2019. So I just did the reading for Virgo. I got a text message from a friend of mine that nobody could see the stream again. I'm hoping that's not going forward. So I'm actually going to start in the chat room. If you're here, would you please let me know? Can somebody pop up and tell me? Because I don't understand. This is like the third time this has happened. I do think it has to do with the energy that's going on here. In this place, it's been really intense. And I want to jump into the reading, but I want to make sure that people are able to see me. I've been deeply crossed into the mystical realm. The full moon was really intense, beautiful, not in a negative way for me, but gorgeous. And I know from experience that that does interrupt electronics for me when that's going forward. I want to make sure that if you're there, you can see me. So Tani, if you're there, can you send me a message on the chat and let me know so we can jump into the reading? I want to make sure people can see me, and I still don't see anybody, so something clearly is still going on. I don't quite understand. YouTube is telling me that I'm live and that the streaming is going forward. I have no idea why this is happening. Let me just check my streaming software. It is streaming. It looks like the stream is healthy. Don't know, gang. So maybe I'm just meant to be in the mystery. Sometimes I am across in the other realm and I don't fight it, right? So if that's what's happening today, I'm going to accept it. I think there's a message wound up in that. So I'm just going to wait one more moment. Let me just check one more thing and we'll see. Yeah, I don't understand why this is happening. It's really odd. And I want to make sure, I'm going to play with my video manager in my back room just for a moment and make sure that things are going forward. Yeah. It looks like everything's fine. I don't understand it. I'm going to check the control room one more time while I shuffle and bring out the cards. Yeah, it says I'm streaming. So gang, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause for a minute, and I am going to pull forward from the deck the card that came out over the top of your reading, okay, when I was prepping this morning and asking my spirit guides, okay, what do you want to talk about? Because Aries has a lot going on, don't you? There she is. That's the beautiful Morgan. This is the Queen of Battle in this deck, which is the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck. It's quite beautiful. She is here. You are obviously, we know, Aries. You have Chiron now with you for quite a long time. There is going to be a complete transformation. It's going to be a shamanic journey. The way you evolve with Chiron in your sign is going to be very, very mystical. And so that's what Spirit wants to talk to you about, because that energy starts now. We know that Chiron is transiting into Aries. So let's look into this beautiful shamanic journey and see what Spirit has in store for you, and advice. They're talking about advice, you know, what you need to know about March as you come forward, carrying with you this energy that came in on the full moon, the 0 point of Virgo. Balance, healing, refining, bringing order, bringing the clarity of a new structure because of the healing that's coming forward. So Spirit, what is the message for beautiful Aries? There it is. Hang on. I almost went right past it. Spirit said, stop. Yeah, look. Aries, there you go. A major arcana card, the Rememberer of Lore. Sitting in this central position now is your energy. Because you carry Chiron, the work that you're going to be doing is going to bring forward this healing energy because you are plucking the strings of the universe in concert with everything else that's going on. And you have your sister sign, Jupiter, is hosting, or pardon me, Sagittarius is hosting Jupiter. So it's a momentous time. This year in particular, while the planets are aligned the way they are, we have all these full moons coming forward at 0 points. So there is going to be a lot of travel for you in a very mystical way. And clearly, you are plucking the strings of the universe, and the universe is plucking the strings of your energy in order to send forward this beautiful vibration for everyone to hear and to enjoy and to take up. This is the way in which you perform. You are part of the Great Awakening that is coming in 2019. As we come fully into our purpose, our energy set point, and weave those things together with the spirits, the message coming through with all beings. So prepare yourself, Aries, to be spirit. What's coming through is a tool for healing. Obviously, it's going to be so much about your own self. The passion, the fire, the way an Aries operates in this world, coming into this place of great healing. So we're talking about healing the world. Obviously, we're talking about healing yourself. And look, all right, ready? No surprise. And 2 cards came out. So that's the first one. No, pardon me, I'm getting it wrong. It's this. That is the lover of devotion. Do you see how this woman stands with her clarity and her strength? It's the fire energy, the passion at her heart chakra, to which she is devoted primarily. And she is in a moment where she must choose her path. So, you know, Aries, always we have free will. And for somebody who carries this energy sign, it is often a challenge. I know because I'm an Aries rising. I know the challenge is inherent in this energy that just wants to drive forward at all times, overcome obstacles, obliterate them, Spirit says. I think what's happening is there is a soft side to the Aries energy that is about radiance. And it is to that which you are going to devote yourself in 2019 and going forward, because that's the nature of the healing that you're going to experience. So that's beautiful. That's the first step on the human realm. This is the courtship of knowledge. It's the 3 of Pentacles. And you know, a spirit was talking to me about Rider Waite. So I did a reading the other day. What was it? I think it was Capricorn. What my guides are saying is, I'm going to see if I can find the card while I'm chatting. What my guides are talking about is the way in which you join together now, literally with the universe, the particular way you share energy back and forth, and the way you are building the temple. Because in the Rider Waite, we see this young lad, Spirit saying, who is working. And he is in a sacred place. There it is. Okay, Spirit asked me to do it this way. So there's the card. Do you see how he's shining a light? There are people who have come to him, people of note, Spirit says. So one of them looks like a monk, and the other one is someone who, you know, the architect, perhaps a noble person who would be funding this project of building a temple, building a sacred place. Do you see that? And they come to you and ask you what it is you have learned. What is it that you know? Do the plans need to change? And how can we help you? So that's what this is all about. It's a moment when you come into direct alignment with the sacred, this notion of the Holy Triad. And you see how his hair is turning blue? You are being transformed and awakened. And it is because of the passion that you hold that is needed here in a particular way. It's quite lovely. So that's that energy. What's coming through is, it is the fire of that passion when you have this awakening moment through the month of March, and you begin to align your energy. You understand what's coming through with Spirit saying, you begin to understand how it is you align your energy, and that you are now literally streaming energy back and forth to the universe. It's always been true, but because of the shift and change and the way the planets and the moons are, we are all preparing. March is a time, you know, we came through the full moon. we're coming towards the new moon. We are still getting the energy downloads and the streams that are coming forward from the universe. And so as we do that, it is time to understand and give thanks and join yourself in a very conscious way if you have not yet. Make it the Spirit says, make it the source of your meditations and your prayers all year. So March we go forward. February we received. That's what Spirit's telling me. So Spirit, what is the next card for beautiful Aries? Yeah, there it is. Okay. The dialogue of skill. The Two of Wands. When you stand and rebalance yourself, you have the world in your hands in a sense. And what Spirit was just talking about, and the universe comes and puts its arm around you while you are transforming, bringing you the radiance that is meant to come into your being for the purposes of healing. Because this is, in the mythology of this deck, this is Merlin, who had a challenge after many years of battle and magic and etc. And he kind of lost his way. Got PTSD is what we would call it. So he was wandering around through the forest, and one of his best friends was this great poet. And he went and found Merlin, put his arm around him and said, Merlin, let's chat. You need some assistance. And they had a long conversation about all the factors of Merlin's life to help him remember his true identity so that he could reintegrate with himself. So Aries, that's the mission that you're on. That is the assistance that you're getting with Chiron. Spirit says that's what you are to know about these moments going forward over these next years when you have your sign being illuminated and the healing that comes, the type of radiant healing. Spirit's talking about radiant health. So here's the bridge card. That's the world card. It's beautiful. And in Soul Tarot, we see the notion of the sacred vessel. You have all the tools you need now because of Chiron. Isn't that gorgeous? And an awakening begins to happen. We see the Kundalini healing. We see the awakening at the crown chakra. And while you go through this process, particularly this coming year, there in each quadrant of the year, it's the second or third time Spirit's been talking about this. So clearly we're all leaping forward together. That is a swastika. It is one of the oldest symbols. Okay, Spirit's talking about the universality of the sacred energy that this represents. So if you don't know about it, please go look it up. It has literally nothing to do with the Nazis. They took it and turned it backwards. And what Hitler was doing, part of the notion in the swastika, is about power and about victory and things like that. But it has a particular set point. And they tried to abuse that. They didn't know what they were doing. I've looked at some things, some documentaries about this. They didn't know. They weren't wise enough. And they had malintention. So they moved the symbol. They altered the way the symbol was meant to appear. And then created all this carnage. And ultimately it destroyed them as it should have, Spirit says. So they're talking about using the power properly and educating yourself about the ancient symbol of the swastika. It's very powerful. It's very beautiful. It's often known to be the swirl of the Kundalini energy of the sacred feminine. So we see this androgynous figure here. So we are talking about both men and women, but a new cycle coming forward. And you gain these petals of wisdom along the way as you travel toward that destination. That's what my spirit guides are saying. So when you have this awakening that's going on in the month of March, this is what's coming forward for you. Enjoy it. Take your passion and really let yourself be on fire with the spiritual intention of your purpose, which my spirit guides always talk about. You are your purpose. It's the energy codes that you have inside of you. And because we're moving toward this great awakening, you are being activated. We all are. And it's time to really understand your energy codes, your set point, your purpose, so that you can go deeply into your own self, into this place, this new world opening up of understanding. Where does your devotion lie? How is it that you work directly with the universe? And how can you reintegrate yourself as a spirit being walking here in a human form over the next year. The World card is a cycle. It is about the 4 quadrants of the year. So in each season, there will be messages for you. That's part of what my spirit guides are streaming through to me. And look, yeah, okay, more courtship. This is the courtship of skill. It's beautiful. And we see you standing here, hand in hand, male and female, your dual energy set point. There is new growth and there is transformation. And there's the sun and the full light of the sun, a fire sign. Love energy. There's a lot of mystery. Do you see how we cannot see what's in the cups behind them? And they look at each other a little bit furtively. They know they're joined. They know it's time to go forward together. They don't know exactly where they're going or what's going to transpire. So it's interesting that this card is the first card on your soul cycle, on the level of your soul. I think your soul is transiting in a way that is momentous. I've been saying that word for the last 4 or 5 days. You are coming into a new soul cycle, and your soul is developing into the mystery that it seeks for its, Spirit says, for its uncovering. All right. So understand, in your human life, you will see the reflections of this, because we have both of these here. Conversations. We have courtship twice with the sacred realm. And the lover of devotion is the first step on your human realm. So, expect a lot of emotion, a lot of passion. The way in which your passion resets itself and comes into its true nature is what my spirit guides are talking about. Coming forward in March. It's beautiful. So, Spirit, what is the next phase of the soul journey for beautiful Aries? They're so radiant. The Spirit's talking about, it's time to come into balance because, all right, because of the way that Aries energy can be when it's out of balance. So that's part of what's happening. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, hang on. I got 3 things here. Yeah, okay. See that? Pay attention as you go through March and we come into the new moon. There is some kind of an illusion that is going to be thrown off. You are going to be perceived, Spirit says, and I think you're going to perceive yourself as well. So that is the sacred hag. She is here. She is a mystical goddess. Do you see the 5 of Wands? The combat of skill? There's a lot of stream coming through about that, but basically the story is she holds source energy, and we see it represented by water. So she was asked for access to the water, and the mystical story came forward. And the only one who got access to the water was the person who was able and willing to provide her with love energy. And as far as talking about care and dignity and things like that, I believe you're on a mission to refine yourself, refine this energy, because we are here to attenuate. My spirit guides talk about that a lot. It's about refining and throwing off the illusion that is causing you to be unseen and causing your true nature to be unseen, your energy. Because you're in this courtship now with the spirit realm, coming forward, and you move forward, and you're moving forward with love energy, the Chariot, the mover of energy, having been awakened, having been activated, now has the power to bring forward new growth and shift and change, and the realm of love energy, assisted by the Sacred Mother. Quite beautiful feminine energy moving forward in all these ways, assisted by the Sacred Masculine in these courtships and in these moments. And here's the outcome card. Spirit says, is there anything more you need to know, Aries? That's beautiful. The 2 of Swords. So you are meant to be deeply in meditation and direct alignment with the spirit realm. While you are deep inside, considering yourself, Spirit says, go deeply into connection with the divine. Go into your, Spirit's talking about your intuitive nature, the place that you connect with the universe, to make the connection. So that connection actually is going to be solidified in the month of March. That's your task. So, you know, I've had, I guess this is the 4th reading I've done so far for March. And basically it's a very similar theme. It's about healing, about choosing your destiny, starting on a new pathway, coming into the moment that you were meant to come into because of all of the retrogrades and the eclipses last year, all the things that we've been moving toward. So in this moment, be in direct communication. There's not a lot you are meant to achieve in the month of March. But this is of primary importance because that's what Spirit wants. That's the achievement. That's what they're talking about. This is the achievement. So go deep inside. Consider yourself. Consider your decision making. Consider what it is you are devoted to and how you want that to come forward in your life through this process of reintegration. So understand that that's the message for you, Aries. I'm personally very glad to see this here. So I'm going to pick from the bag of runes. I hope there's somebody seeing this video. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just been too deep in the energy. And sometimes I don't come through. I'm meant to be in the spirit realm. I guess, maybe. Because technically everything is working. And yet people can't see me, which I find very interesting. This is beautiful. Okay. So, Spirit's talking about the runes. That is the rune for gateway. And I wish I had one more hand because Spirit's talking to me about the primary message. Remember where we started? Shamanic healing? Going back and forth to the mystical realm, standing at the gateway. This is going to be a very shamanic year for you. And I'm very happy for you. I love the coloration of this card that is about fire and passion, but also mystery in the spiritual realm. So let me grab the book. I'm going to read it for you. And it talks about destiny. It's quite beautiful. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to come back over to the chat room and I'm going to see if there's anybody there. Okay. So this is the rune Thursaz. It is the place of gateway, of non-action. It is aligned with the god Thor in the Norse traditions. With a gateway for its symbol, this rune indicates that there is work to be done, both inside and outside yourself. This rune represents the frontier between heaven and the mundane. I love it. Arriving here is a recognition of your own readiness to contact the numinous and the divine and to illuminate your experience so that its meaning shines through its form. Thank you, Spirit. That's what they've been talking about. The meaning of your energy, your set point, your purpose, shining through your form, standing here as a human being, a spirit walker in a human shell, carrying an energy, set point, codes, if you will, however you want to speak about them. Okay? This, however, is a rune of non-action. Thus, the gateway is not to be approached and passed through without contemplation. It's so beautiful the way this is coming out. Here you are being confronted with a clear reflection of what is hidden inside yourself and what must be exposed and examined before right action can be undertaken. This rune strengthens your resolve to wait. Now is not a time to make decisions. Deep transformational forces are at work in this next to the last of the cycle runes. So you are coming to the end of a cycle and a new cycle begins, obviously. So visualize yourself in these moments standing before a gateway on a hilltop. I love this. I love the way they speak through these cards. Your entire life lies out behind you and below. Before you step through the gateway, pause. View the past, the learning and the joys, the victories and the sorrows, everything it took to bring you here to this moment. Observe it all, bless it all, and release it for this transformation to come forward. For it is in letting go of the past that you reclaim your power. And when you are ready, step through the gateway. Beautiful. Aries, thank you. My spirit guides are doing this. Say namaste. Thank you for everything that you're doing. It's going to be a momentous month of internal journeying because we are leading the way with the Queen of Battle, the Sacred Morrigan, the Shamaness, who's here to help you shapeshift because you are going to transform in ways that are profound given all the way that the message has come out. So thank you so much for being here. I look forward to being with you next month for your soul cycle reading to see how we all step forward together. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it.